Hey guys, I'm Max and welcome back to the channel. I've brought you here, Oceanside, in Discovery Park, one of my favorite places in Seattle, to take a look at the Oris Diver 65. But let me show you around first. Introduced in 2015, the 65 in the Oris Diver 65 references its vintage underpinnings back 50 years ago to the era of retro skin divers. This two-tone example is endearingly named the bicolor, or Bico for short. Being a couple millimeters larger than the original, this modern reinterpretation tries to capture the sentiment of a bygone era with its faux patinaed loom. Though there is a 42mm version, the 40 stays much closer to its vintage roots. Even then, its long lugs can be a bit unruly on smaller wrists, and this is somewhat ameliorated by its thickness at just 13mm. Hidden under the caseback is the signature Oris red rotor, shielding the Sellita SW200 movement. Based on the ETA 2824, it beats at a smooth 4 Hz, and has a power reserve of 38 hours. Its faults are not many, but one would be that the loom glows much brighter on the hands than on the indices. The bracelet carries on the bronze theme, but I have mixed feelings about the faux rivets, as well as its extreme taper down to 14mm at the clasp. But retailing at around $2,000, the Diver 65 is an appealing package and an example of vintage done right. And so in my search for the perfect dressy diver, I've actually gone through 4 Oris Diver 65s. I had the regular one, and then I had the one with the bronze bezel, and then I had the green dial, and finally the bicolor. Part of my indecisiveness came down to the dizzying number of variants that Oris makes for the Diver 65. I'm not sure what the marketing strategy is here, but I would call it analysis paralysis. So we were filming and it started to rain. Welcome to Seattle. So now you join me under a tree. I feel like a wet dog. Anyway, at around $1,000 on the secondhand market, I feel like a good diver has to check off 3 boxes for me. Number 1, it has to be made beautifully. Number 2, it has to have good components. And number 3, it has to come from a company with some heritage, and Oris has that. Oris was founded in 1904 in the Swiss town of Holstein and named after a river that flowed nearby. Some of the innovations that Oris has been known for in its century of existence have been the pointer calendar, which I've had the pleasure of owning a modern reissue of, as well as the big crown, which traces its heritage to pilot watches needing to be operated with gloves on. There was also the Chrono Oris, a playful line of racing chronographs dating back to the 70s. Through the quartz crisis, the company was able to maintain its independence whilst other watchmakers were forced to shutter or consolidate. Rather than succumbing to the quartz craze, Oris leaned into the mechanical watch and focused on fine watchmaking at a reasonable price. Coming back to their dive offerings, the Diver 65 would be considered a more casual and less professional model in the lineup. Bronze may be an acquired taste, but on a leather strap, the watch is much less pretentious. The dial appears black most of the time, but reveals its deep blue hues in more direct sunlight. The bezel has a tactile feel, and Oris crowns are some of the most smooth and pleasant to operate. Sellita movements have also proven themselves to be accurate alternatives to ETA. Your relationship with a bronze watch is somehow more personal as the material ages with you. And the proportions of this watch makes it a comfortable daily wear on the wrist. The next time someone tells you they can't mill sapphire into a dome, just show them the side profile of the Diver 65. So with a water resistance of just 100 meters, I think Oris is implicitly telling you that this is more of an ode to the oceans, rather than a tool for the deep seas. Okay, the rain stopped, so we're back on the beach. So in conclusion, I feel like the Diver 65 bicolor is a special watch. Now, some of you might ask, hey Max, 5-10 years from now, is bronze still going to be in style? And my response to that would be, do you like the look of it? If you like wearing the watch, then who cares? The good thing about bronze is it gains patina as it ages, and at any time if you don't like the color, you can always reset it with some lime juice. For a how-to, just see my watch hacks video. Well, I think I'm gonna leave it there before it starts to rain again. If you like how wet my hair got, give this video a thumbs up. And if you appreciate that I stood under a tree for 2 hours so I can finish it, go ahead and subscribe. So thank you for watching HAUTE ONES. Until next time, take care.